Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Hello, this is Abhishek Saraf. I have secured All India rank 8th in UPSC Civil Service exam of 2019. In this video, I will be discussing my book list for GS 1, 2, 3, 4. This was my 4th attempt and 3rd selection, and I basically relied on standard books and made my own notes for current affairs from newspapers. I used online sources for that. So let's begin. Coming to GS3, most of the things are covered from the newspaper. I mentioned I read Down to Earth for a couple of years. Then Crisis Management Report of ARC, I think that is the 3rd report of ARC. Very helpful in disaster management, completely explains the disaster management structure of the Government of India, mentions role of various bodies, gives the guidelines, newspapers. Once again, standard source, much material comes on it. Made value addition notes. And context notes. Now, I'll tell you what I mean by value addition notes. See, the idea is that since the pattern changed in 2013 for UPSC Civil Service mains, this mains has been conducted 7 times by now. So, people are very much aware. Almost coaching institutes have standardized the pattern of writing the answers. They have given standard material for most of the static things. Most of the dynamic things in which background has to be covered has been covered by candidates. People have been making notes. Compilations have come. In my personal opinion, the era of writing only qualitative answers has passed. You have to use data. You have to use facts to substantiate your answer. So, how I used newspaper to add value to my answers? I made value addition notes. What I made in those value addition notes, as simple as that: policy, laws, policy of Government of India, 1, laws of Government of India regarding a particular topic, then data, then schemes, then committees, and very frequently occurring recommendations or solutions. These were the 6 things that I made into value addition notes, pasted them in the form of A4 pages, stuck them onto the wall of my room. Whenever I was walking around for a washroom break or after meals, I would walk around my room, I would mug these things up. That I did between prelims and mains. So the idea was that these things could be fashioned into diagrams, bubble diagrams or schematic diagrams, or these things could be used in the form of points. See, my personal strategy was to write for 10 marker question, I wrote about 15 points, and for 15 marker question, I wrote about 21 to 22 points. My points generally did not exceed 2 lines. But then, if I wanted to add more points, more content in an answer, these are the things that I used. I could write 5 data points about a particular topic. I could mention 2 committees. Then there is a list of frequently found solutions in newspaper. N number of solutions can be used. 1 point could be made out of laws, or I could make a diagram, a bubble diagram, something like that, out of this value addition material. And this value addition material I made out of newspapers. Once again, economy, planning, mobilization of resources, standard 10th, 11th, 12th class NCERT, macroeconomics, newspaper, budgets and economic survey. As simple as that. Inclusive growth, exclusively from newspaper. Not much has to be done from any other source, in my opinion. Government budgeting, Lakshmikant for the procedure, newspaper for analysis, budget and economic survey for the latest information. Major cropping patterns, different types of irrigation system, storage, transport. See, major cropping patterns is very well covered in NCERT, Human Geography NCERT. Newspaper then used to cover topics like marketing and produce, constraints, and e-technology. Then ARC report regarding e-governance helped me frame points in e-technology adoption and the issues like that. Other than that, irrigation engineering. Is a topic in civil engineering. My civil engineering background helped me there. Issues related to subsidies, minimum support price, distribution system, functioning, revamping, buffer stocks, food security, pretty much newspapers and one or two videos that I found online. But then I made value addition notes for these from Earthpedia and Vikaspedia for a list of schemes and data in committees. Food processing, pretty much from the newspaper, nothing else. Not much is needed. Location, upstream, downstream requirements. Pretty much everything can be found in newspapers if you read newspapers diligently for some time. Land reforms, India since independence, book by Mr. Bipin Chandra. Land reform chapters. Covers the content pretty well. Effect of liberalization on Indian economy. Economy NCERTs and newspaper. That is pretty much sufficient for that. Then budget and economic survey, if they mention things. These are cardinal documents for GS3. You cannot afford to ignore them. Infrastructure, once again, newspaper, budget and economic survey. Not much more is needed. People also went for Niti Aayog 3-year action agenda. But then I did not cover that. I already had sufficient content to be able to form answers. Investment models, newspaper, budget and economic survey, sufficient. Not much is needed. Otherwise, you can do Google search. Science and technology, IT space. If you have seen the previous year's question papers recently, it has shifted almost completely away from the static content. Static definitions are not being asked now. If you cover the newspaper diligently, you do basic Google searches to understand the sources like Wikipedia, and if you understand basic definitions of robotics, computers, nanotechnology, biotechnology, IPR. I found one PDF which detailed every IPR that there is, and then as per TRIPS, it was more than enough to be able to write answers. Then this topic, like I said, I read Down to Earth for Environment a couple of years. I read ITSA for a couple of years. On every Sunday, I would read ITSA. Every week, 4 to 5 articles come, but then they are detailed, elaborate articles. 1 to 1.5 hours spent for ITSA for a couple of years, and then it gives you a sufficient, decent enough foundation. Not much more is needed beyond that. Role of external non-state actors, internal security, communication network, media, social networking sites, internal security, cyber security, money laundering, security challenges, management. This book, very well written book. Several diagrams are available. Tables are available. Points are available. Standard list of points are available. Very nice book. Covers the topics very holistically. Other than that, newspaper and Google searches for standard agency. Then combating terrorism, capacity and conflict report of ARC for internal security challenge. Nothing more is needed. For this, please realize that in ethics, my strategy was more of thinking, more of application, and less of theoretical things. The idea was that 20% of the answer, not more than 20% of the answer, will be theoretical. So not much time had to be spent studying theories. Not much time had to be spent studying books. This was the textbook for me for ethics. Did not go for any coaching notes. not needed at all. Just when you understand the basic concepts, the definition of keywords mentioned in the entire syllabus, if you are able to understand the definition of keywords mentioned in the syllabus, you can write the theoretical aspect. Anyway, not more than 20% of the answer has to be theoretical. After that, ethics, integrity, aptitude. This book kept only as a reference book to be used very selectively for topics that you don't think are covered very well from this book. Online sources, websites which hosted case studies, I use them for answer writing practice, but not many other sources have to be used. Then, Justice Harvard. Good discussions, 20-25 minute long videos, very good discussions, very insightful discussions, very thought-provoking discussions. You can watch them, very entertaining as well. See, for ethics, my structure was DCEQS. Definition, content, example, quote, if needed, solution. Definition, whether it is of aptitude, attitude, emotional intelligence, something like that. Then content, basic analysis of things, making points. Examples, very important for ethics. You can give examples from your own life, from life of leaders, reformers, administrators, something like that. Quotes. Collected a list of quotes. XYZ quote is there. Then made points for possible uses of those quotes. Brainstormed on those quotes. I'm hosting these contents on my Facebook page. Almost every day I post one quote and its possible brainstorm points. That is how I developed the usage of quotes for ethics. So quotes. And then solution if the question is discussing a problem. So solution. So DCEQS structure was followed for ethics. Other than that, I would like to tell you that how I made my notes briefly. See, I made notes on Evernote. Okay, so it provides you the facility to make a notebook stack. So 4 notebook stacks for GS 1, 2, 3, 4 each. And then in the notebook stack of GS, there were notebooks regarding each of this topic. One notebook stack for one notebook for this. In the notebook stack of GS1, one notebook for this, one notebook for this. Anything and everything that came in newspaper on or on online sources that I found, I would put in this one notebook. As long as it is relevant for art, literature, architecture, then in GS1 notebook stack, one notebook for this, then one note for art, one note for literature, one note for architecture, something like that. Similarly, one note for personalities, one note for significant events. In the notebook of post-independence, one note for each topic that came. For example, land reforms, one note, role of women, one note, things like that. Similarly, I had a notebook going for these things. One note for each mineral. One note for location of industries. So basically my structure was that once again, one notebook stack for GS2, one notebook for this, and then whatever important things I found online or in newspaper, that one note for amendments, one note for evolution, one note for basic structure. And then each of these things were a notebook. Notebook stack of GS2, this is a notebook, this is a notebook, this is a notebook, and this is a notebook. Then one note for dispute redressal, one note for various other organs, one note for federalism, and then one note for various states. For example, Andhra Pradesh reorganization, there were issues regarding that, and that came in news frequently. So one note was made for Andhra Pradesh, another note was made for JNK and issues regarding federalism. Then whenever editorials came, I would make notes for that. Similar structure was followed for GS3 as well. In GS2, for example, for international relations, there was one notebook for IR, and then one note for US, one note for Canada, one note for Australia, one note for EU, one node for Middle East, one node for Southeast Asia, one node for China, one node for Bangladesh. So basically, notebook stack for each GS syllabus, each GS topic, a notebook for each of these topics, and then a node for each subtopic. Similar structure was followed for this, for GS3, and then for GS4, I had nodes like basic concepts or definitions, keywords, basic concepts, definitions, basic concepts and definitions, keywords, examples, as well as quotes. Definition, keyword, examples, quotes. Whenever I would find something relevant, some relevant content, I would put it into either keywords or definition or example or quote. Over time, a repository of these things, quotes, examples, keywords, definitions developed, and it became sufficient to handle questions. Unacademy Aspire has been hosting quizzes for prelim students. They are free mock tests conducted on 10th to 25th every month. You can check them out. Maybe you'll find them useful. If you find them useful, you can pursue them. Thank you very much and good luck.